finally home.
Hi and welcome to another tutorial. In today's lesson we'll learn all about Cinema Studio version 1.5 by Higgsfield AI. So anyways guys, let's jump in. So if you didn't know, Higgsfield just dropped Cinema Studio version 1.5. Now what is Cinema Studio version 1.5? Well, basically it's the first ever end-to-end filmmaking pipeline that takes you from a deliberate first frame to a finished video. Higgsfield is where creators come to generate cinematic shots with real control over audio, motion, and consistency. So now let me show you the workflow that is involved in using Cinema Studio version 1.5. The first thing that you will need to do is you will need to go to Higgsfield AI and sign up. Once you're in there, then you can go to Cinema Studio version 1.5. And in here, you will find all the generations that you have created. So I was, playing around with some of these settings before, but I'm going to focus on this one here. So the first thing that you need to know is we need to generate our image. And so the first thing that I did is I went to ChatGPT and I got a prompt for a post-apocalyptic kind of environment, so giving us the Last of Us vibes. I was able to paste it in here, and then I was able to change the aspect ratio if I wanted to. I was able to change to 2K, 4K, etc. But this is where the magic happens. Once you click on the settings over here, you get to choose different cameras. Now, I was using the IMAX film camera in here, but you also have the Red V Raptor. You also have, the Panavision as well. So there's some really cool high-end cinema cameras in there. Once you're happy with your camera setting, then you can go to the lenses. So there are some different types of lenses in here that you can use. And for this shot, I was using the ARRI Signature Prime. The other thing that you can control is the focal length. So there's various different focal lengths that you can choose from, and I suggest you play around with that. And finally, the last bit is the aperture. So if you want that smooth, kind of depth of field effect, then you can change the settings in there. But I kept my aperture at 4. So once I was happy with that, all I needed to do is generate. And you can see the image that it generated. It had everything that I had in my prompt, which was, cracked asphalt, Last of Us vibes, the lone survivor there. And that looks pretty cool. So now once we have our kind of shot that you want to make your whole film about, the next step in this process is to then create multi-shots, which is this one here. So in order to do that, all you need to do is you need to come down over here, and there's a little drop down over here, and you can click on this multi-shot button over here, and you can see that it actually tells you what it actually does. It creates 9 different cinematic angles in one generation. So again, once you do that, then this is what you would kind of get. So the multi-shot is really good for creating different kind of camera angles within the same scene. So if you want an establishing shot, if you want a close-up shot, if you want, whatever kind of shot that you want, you can get it all in here. Now, you don't need to use all of the images if you don't want, but what I would recommend is that you upscale all these, or the ones that you want, to at least 4K or download them, and then the real magic happens is when we start to, actually animate these shots. So now let me show you how to actually animate it. So let's start with, let's say this first frame over here. If I click on the button animate, cool. So now we're back at our prompt, but this time we're on the video section over here. So the first thing that I need is a cinematic movement prompt, and I just went to ChatGPT and I was able to take this orbiting kind of drone camera shot with the character in view. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that and paste it in here. then this is where the magic happens. If you go into movements, you can see all the different movements that are in here. So there's zoom in, zoom out, dolly in, drone shot, etc. So the one I want for this would probably be an orbit. You can change the aspect ratio if you want, you can change the duration, and you can even put slow motion on or off, and then all you have to do is generate. And so once you've done that, then you can see what it actually generates. So you can see the prompt, which is up here, and you can see the video and what it's actually done. And I think that's an amazing job straight off the bat. So now going back to our shot list over here, now we can choose and rinse and repeat the process again. We can choose another, image if you want. So let's say, for example, I wanted to animate that. All I have to do is click on the image, either download it, and then you can go to the animation, and then you can add your prompt in there if you want, and you can change the movement to whatever you want. Now this mimics real cinematic motion, just like in a real film. And so that's pretty much the process. You just have to rinse and repeat until you get to the desired effects. And I'll show you what some of the things are looking like. So in this, it was a wide aerial kind of prompt. And I didn't end up using this. I just didn't feel like it looked that great. But there were other shots in here. For example, we have a shot like this, which was used at the end of the clip, and I think that looks really good. And it also comes with the audio, and the lips are synced perfectly. We also have, different kinds of shots where there's, like mysterious creatures that are coming out of the ground as well. We've got some running shots as well. So all of these things is what you can actually add in prompt. And we also have some like cool slow motion, running scenes as well, which was actually used in that first clip as well. And that's it, and that's the complete process. So we started with one frame, we explored the different camera angles and looked at ultimately how to create a sequence from that one line of text, pretty much. So you can build an entire film scene just starting from a line of text. And Higgsfield AI makes it very simple to create beautiful looking sequences, and you can see that from the opening sequence. So anyways guys, that is my quick and short tutorial on how to use Cinema Studio version 1.5 from Higgsfield. Go out and try it. You will be amazed at the quality, and that's about it. Anyways guys, I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.